Top 5 Most Dangerous Kids on Dr. Phil. Sometimes, Dr. Phil hosts some of the most troubled kids with behaviors beyond your wildest imagination. You won't believe what some of these kids are capable of, from full-blown tantrums with knife attacks to some killing their pets with their hands. It's no wonder their parents have lost their minds. Today, we share the most troubled kids to ever appear on the set. Right before we begin, why don't you give us a thumbs up and subscribe as well? Also, watch until the end for a special surprise. Let's begin, shall we? 5. They believe their son will murder someone. Rylan was adopted from a drug-addicted mother. While his parents thought they were doing a noble thing, little did they know that the angel would be the source of most of their problems in the future. As an infant, his parents couldn't touch him since his skin burned from the meth drug withdrawals. When he was 18 months old, he would hold his breath until he'd pass out. When he turned 3, he took out a watermelon from the fridge and stuck 10 knives in it. This is not the average kid behavior. From then on, his obsession with knives began. His mother said her son always talked about knives. He talks about how he'd love to use them and often steals knives from the kitchen. He merely has to have every sharp object he comes across. His mother continues to share how their son continuously talks about knives, saying how he can't wait to grab one and plunge them into his parents' chest. This kid is one of the most troubled that I have ever come across. I wonder how they can live with him after he constantly threatens them with a straight face. His room is filled with Antichrist crosses. And just so you know, his threats aren't mere talk. One time he locked himself in the bathroom and cut off the tips of his fingers just because Bleeder told him to. In case you are wondering, Bleeder is a robot that lives in his head. This kid has been to several therapists, and one of them even compared him to Ted Bundy, the serial killer. Even worse, the parents are convinced that if not helped, their son could harm himself or kill someone. I don't know what it is about small kids wanting to kill people. Someone should check their cereal. Up next is an even more shocking, unbelievable story with one of the most troubled kids. 4. 9-year-old whose parents think will kill herself or someone else. For the past 4 years, these two parents have lived in extreme agony. Their 9-year-old is the most chaotic child I have ever reviewed. As an infant, she seemed pretty normal. It was when she turned 5 that all hell broke loose. At her young age, she has thrown a pair of scissors at the class teacher. She has headbutted the class monitor, and one time she tried to topple over her cousin's crib while she was lying in it. Her younger brother Caden is terrified of her. Who would it be? She once busted his eye just because she wanted to sit at the front seat. Mackenzie, the dangerous kid, has proclaimed several times that she wants to die. In a suicidal attempt, she stood in the middle of a busy road and stretched her arms, awaiting a car to hit her. 1 minute she will be like, "I want you to die, Mom." The next minute she is asking for forgiveness and telling her mom she loves her. Mackenzie's mom is a single mother, and she says raising such a child is exhausting. Her daughter has been diagnosed with ADHD, ODD, and disruptive mood disorder. She is usually on a minimum of 5 medications. She has seen more than 5 therapists, but nothing seems to work. Mackenzie is known for being violent. She kicks animals, throws anything at her family, has smashed the television, DVD, and video player, swears, and punches strangers. She once gave her friend a poisonous packet to taste. Hopefully, she gets the help she needs before she harms herself or kills someone, as her mom says. Some kids are just troubled, while others are plain brats. It's annoying to see kids who think they deserve anything at no price. This next story is the worst brat to ever feature on live TV. 3. 16-year-old entitled girl. They say money makes the world go round. Well, Sherilyn is a teenager with zero concerns about her spending. She has 17 credit cards, owes $25,300 in debt, and she's still spending money. She believes she deserves whatever she wants at whatever cost, even if it will drive her mother bankrupt. In total, this spoiled brat has blown $130,000 in buying shoes, jewelry, handbags, and a bunch of things she doesn't need. She has over 130 lipsticks and over 100 makeup brushes worth $11,000. You would think her bedroom is a salon. Her shoes, handbags, and cosmetics are worth about $44,000. Damn, there goes the house down payment. She admits she is spoiled and blames her mother for her actions. When she doesn't get the money, she pawns her mother's jewelry. Other than being spoiled, she is utterly arrogant and disrespectful. One time, she shoved a fish sandwich into her mother's mouth in a restaurant when she didn't buy her what she wanted. She also threw a pizza at her face for not agreeing with her. Her generous mother bought her a BMW for her 16th birthday, and she wasn't even grateful. She told her mother she preferred a Mercedes. What an ungrateful brat. If I was her mother, I probably would have kicked her out to live in the streets and taken her keys away. But instead of punishing her, her mother got her a Ford Focus, and she hated it too. I mean, what in the world is wrong with this girl? Sherilyn doesn't care. When she was asked why she did all that by Dr. Phil, she answered because she could. Her mother isn't the only one who is complaining about her. Her boyfriend claims he is sick of being broke, as the girl has been extorting thousands of dollars from him. In total, she has taken more than $100,000 from him, leaving him almost broke. She would steal his credit cards while he was sleeping and send money from his account to her PayPal, just so she could purchase several things for herself. He has taken several loans to fund her extraordinary lifestyle. He has even taken loans to sustain her luxurious way of life. If he refused to give her money, she would get annoyed, start shouting, and threaten him. She doesn't go to school, doesn't have any papers, but believes she could get a job that pays enough to cover all of her debts. This girl is not only troubled, but delusional. Even Dr. Phil also couldn't get some sense into her brain. The only check this girl needs is a reality check. Sherilyn is probably the greatest brat in history. Having her as your child might lead to bankruptcy, but at least she can only rob you off material things, and not your life, as is with the next upcoming kid. You're not ready for this next shocking scene. 2. Child who killed hamster with her hands. 12-year-old Aneska is one of the most troubled kids I have ever come across. It's hard to believe that this little girl is capable of creating such havoc. She looks pretty innocent. For a second there, I thought her parents were lying until she opened her mouth to explain her thoughts and actions. Aneska says she hears voices in her head. These voices tell her what to do. One of the voices was the spirit of a military member who died in a battlefield in Iraq. The spirit would manipulate her into doing the spookiest things. At one time, the girl killed a hamster with a torch. She hit it several times on its head until it died. As if that's not enough, she has choked her siblings several times. I'm not talking about the playful choking, but the real deal where she would try to kill her brother and sister. When she was asked, she said her anger levels are at a 10 on a 1 to 10 scale. She chases her siblings with knives whenever they anger her. She proclaims that she doesn't like to be outraged and no one should be around her when she gets mad. She has a record of killing other animals too, not just the hamster. One time when she was younger, some voices in her head told her to kill baby birds because they would later attack her family. Violence makes me feel comfortable. It's just a bad situation, said Aneska while sheepishly smiling. Dr. Phil took Aneska to a brain expert who performed a brain scan on her. The results showed that she had abnormal activity in her brain, which could be the reason as to why she had a lot of aggression and anger. With that diagnosis, Aneska's family is hopeful that she will get better with the right therapy and medication. We hope so too. Aneska has some serious anger issues that resulted in the death of many innocent animals. If you thought she was crazy, the next story will give you the heebie-jeebies. Just the look in his eyes will send waves of pure terror down your spine.
Alright, I saved the best for last, but first I have a quick challenge that only takes 5 seconds to complete. So if you can leave a like and subscribe within the next 5 seconds, you'll get 10 years of amazing luck. Just give it a try, it really works.
1. Teenager convicted of murdering mother with a sledgehammer. Are you sorry that your mother is dead? That's the first question Dr. Phil asked Zachary, the teenager convicted of killing his own mother in cold blood. Yes, I feel bad for doing it, responded the young man in a chilling, rusty whisper. I don't know how Dr. Phil kept his cool throughout the interview. The teenager's stares could raise the dead, and his chilling, rusty voice is even scarier. Right after he killed his mother, he wrote this in his journal. The chilling interview continues, and Dr. Phil asks the boy if he would feel bad after running over a stranger on the road. The teenager smiles before saying, if it was an accident, I wouldn't care. I mean, let's go back to his smile. Who does that after being asked if they would feel bad for killing someone? When Dr. Phil asks him why he smiled, he he said he was thinking about his family and doesn't know how to describe his thought to him. Dr. Phil then goes back to asking Zachary why he killed his mother. He bluntly says that she wasn't taking care of their family and that was why he did it. This guy has some serious issues. As he talked, you can tell he is not alone. Perhaps possessed or something? No one in their sane mind would be so calm and collected after committing such a gruesome crime. If you're still here, you probably enjoy the video. Go ahead and give us a thumbs up just because you're awesome. Subscribe to our channel too and tap the bell icon so you never miss out on our videos. Thanks for watching and have an excellent day.